How is everybody doing? Positive and productive, I hope. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking with me. Hey, do me a favor and share the content with friends, family, anybody that you think the content is relevant to. Remember, local elections are more important than national elections, but dollars are stronger than votes. They won't stop until we stop them. Liberation comes at a cost. Who's willing to pay for it? Ladies and gentlemen, jumping into this a little bit different. You know I do a hodgepodge of stuff, and I tell you it's more like a cornucopia. If you don't know what the cornucopia was, I'll just tell you probably didn't have a good Thanksgiving. Neither here nor there, but it's somewhere. Maybe it's on X, maybe it's on Rumble. Hopefully you're subscribed. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about, as you can see from the headlines, the Corey Holcomb versus Anton situation. Maybe you don't know what happened. Maybe you do know what happened. I'm not here to talk about and do the reaction, how everybody's doing the reaction, who's a punk, who's right, who wanted to fade, who was serious, who wasn't serious, etc., etc. That's not what I want to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. You know, here at the Choosta Speaks, the king of the space, we're not going to say it, but you just know what I'm going to say. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you a different perspective than nobody else is really breaking a perspective down. So let's go ahead. We're going to play a little bit of the segment so you guys can understand what happened, what transpired, in case you don't know, and then I, the Choosta, am going to give you not a reaction, but my response to the video.
White people.
No. You're not.
I don't think you
white
got
people all the time.
Oh, well, I didn't hear you. Can you tell me?
I
Because I
talk
don't
about
know.
liberal
I hear
white
you talk
women
about
literally being the biggest enemy of the United States of America. That's the thing I say every single
Caucasian
day.
female, the biggest enemy.
Literally, white liberal women are the worst thing that ever happened to this country.
What about their men?
But we gonna get there, because you keep trying to get me to qualify it by participating and joining in on the core.
No, I think you're doing what's easy.
No. I'm doing what's real.
I think you don't want to go against them, because if you go
is?
against them, it'll be some video of you going against them.
You
And when
know
I
what the
say
easy
them,
thing
I'm
is?
talking about your boss.
I don't have a boss.
We say that.
I don't
We
have a
say
boss.
that. But here's the truth.
I don't have a boss.
It's a reason you go after black males or black people
Do I?
quicker than you will go after white males. What are white males responsible for
No.
in this country?
So just to pause, I'm giving you guys a little bit of the context as to where the conversation was going and where the conversation was at. So as you can see, it was a heated exchange, a little bit of a heated exchange. They were going back and forth. Let's just watch the conversation unfold, and we'll see exactly where the few points of contention arise. And I'm going to break something down, ladies and gentlemen.
As the downfall
I'm an
of
equal
it.
accountability smoke giver. I talk about everybody.
I'm just saying, I ain't heard you talk about white men
Well, you
since
ain't
you've
been
been up
listening.
here.
You ain't been listening. You ain't been listening.
I've been listening to you.
No, you haven't.
I hear you
don't
taking
have,
the.
You don't have the capacity to be able to listen because you're too busy.
No. You got me
No.
wrong.
You too busy.
My
Because if
capacity,
that's the tr-
my
because if that's the
capacity
case-
that you just criticized, that's an opinion. Here's the fact. Have you said something about Caucasian males and how they
Absolutely.
destroy this nation? Well, what did I miss?
Let's slow down, because you're talking loud, but you're not saying a lot.
No, you talking
No,
loud,
you talking loud.
and you still
And
talking around.
what you
What did
trying
the
to do-
Caucasian male
what
do
you
to
trying to-
America
I'm not-
to bring it down?
I'm not getting into that.
You
I'm not
dancing
getting into
around
that.
it.
No,
And
I'm
that's
not.
why I lose respect for you when you start dancing and kissing Caucasian males' ass.
But I don't.
Don't do that in front of me, because I'm not an ass kisser of
Don't-
nobody.
Yes, you are. You suck the black people right now. You doing the easy shit. What you do, let me tell you what you do.
Nah,
See, ain't
homie,
nobody
let me
gonna
tell you something,
Ain't
homie.
nobody gonna tell you.
I don't
ain't nobody
suck.
tell you to- Yeah,
I don't
you do.
suck.
Do.
So fix
You doing
that.
it right now.
I don't suck.
You doing it right now.
Homie, believe me when I tell you, I don't
Believe me
do
when I
that.
tell you.
I don't do that.
Listen.
So don't come at me with no sucking shit.
I'm gonna give you the same
Let's
energy
switch
you give me.
seats. Let's switch seats.
Let's switch seats. I'm with it.
Homie, I
We
don't
can
do
talk right in front of each
I don't do no
Hey,
fucking
hold on.
shit.
I'm
I'm a man. I don't do no fucking shit.
I
homie.
don't give a fuck about none
Well,
of that
I
shit
tell you
right
what.
now.
Watch that sucking shit, because that'll go bad.
Call it what you want.
I don't do no fucking,
You say a
homie.
lot of shit that I don't f with either. You think I
Okay,
give a
but
fuck about what you
that
talking about,
gay
nigga?
shit, oh, you
I
go.
don't give a fuck about what you talking
Hey,
about.
homie, I tell you what.
I'm right here.
Don't put
You
no
switch
fucking
don't mean
shit.
shit to me.
Don't put no fucking
Detroit,
shit on me, nigga.
I'm from Detroit
Say
right
I
now.
suck it again.
I'm right here, right now.
All right, that's
Now,
what I'm saying.
I'm gonna respect you.
Dance
because it's your
around it.
platform.
Dance
No,
around it.
No. I'm
I don't do no fucking shit.
I'm gonna respect you because it's your platform, and I flew out here to have a conversation.
We good.
But you're
We
not
good.
bossing up on me.
Yo,
We good. I did already. I don't do
Put
fucking
the
shit.
microphone right down,
Yo.
right now, and going up back. I don't give a fuck about
No,
this shit.
sir.
Homie, you just running your mouth.
I'm not running my mouth.
You running your mouth. I don't do
You
no
doing for the internet. You doing it for the internet. Now, if you want to say your time, no, hold on. If you want to
I'll
say
show
Anton,
you I ain't doing it for the internet.
if you want to say Anton, listen, don't disrespect me like that. If you want to say Anton, don't disrespect me like that. I'll respect you, but don't boss up on me because you said a lot of shit to me today that I don't either. But I let that shit ride because you don't know me. You don't know me. So I'm going to extend the same respect to you. You called me out of my name. You said some wild shit, especially with regard to how...
I call this nigga out his name?
Nigga, I'm telling you that you did. You can't tell me how I get respected.
I got a question for bro.
Okay.
No. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. We just getting loud. I ain't gonna get loud.
Then don't switch seats.
No, this my show. This
cool.
my show.
That's cool, but I take that shit as a threat.
Okay, well, it is a threat if you calling me. I don't, my nigga.
Man, fuck what you talking about.
I don't.
Bro. If you want to get back to the conversation, ain't no, cause you ain't gonna do shit. Cause you're not gonna do shit.
Come at me with that shit again, nigga.
You're not gonna
come at me with. See, I suck in, nigga.
We can go out back right now.
Fuck I am.
We can go out back right now. I'm with it.
I bet you won't say that shit.
We can go out back.
So I want to stop it right there. I want to stop it, and we're gonna go back. I want to go back to what was actually said, right? And let's break it down. So here's the thing. Let's just throw the confusion out the way. Let's throw the confusion out the way. So some people are going to say, well, Anton didn't say it again. Some people are going to say Corey punked Anton. Some people are going to say Anton stood on business. I'll tell you exactly how I feel about the situation and how I think about the situation, and my regards, because men don't need to be in their feelings, but we do have feelings and emotions. But you're not to be led and governed by them. Here's the point of contention here. Excuse me. Let's just say I'm going to give you a hypothetical, and I know a lot of people don't understand hypotheticals, but neither here nor there, and that's probably why Corey is in his feelings now, because he doesn't understand hypotheticals. Case in point. So let's just say you're a man, I'm a man, and we're somewhere, and I see a woman, and this woman is walking by, and I say, oh, that bitch is fine, that bitch is thick, or something to the reference of that. And that woman happens to be your mother, your grandmother, your daughter, etc., a woman you have regard to you. And you say, hey, don't call her a bitch again. And I say, okay. And I say, okay, I was just, complimenting her, or I, make a justification. And now you start trying to get rah-rah with me. Oh, I said, don't say it again. It's like, okay, you know what? I didn't know that was your wife, your mom, your whoever. The way I talk about women is this. This is my vernacular. I was not trying to disrespect. This is just the vernacular that I used. However, the loud rah-rah shit, you can calm that down, because we could always go in the back and catch a fade. Now you're saying say it again. I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to say it again, because my intention was not to disrespect you. I wasn't saying it to disrespect you. I was just saying it as that bitch was thick. But if you're taking offense to it and you don't accept the apology that I've already given you, we can go to the back and catch a fade. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, I was raised in not in the streets, but I grew up in a relatively rough neighborhood. You don't turn down a fade. That's something you don't do. When another man asks you, do you want to go outside? If you have a problem with this man and this man asks you to go outside and you don't want to go outside, well, you know what that means? You really didn't have a problem with that man. That's what that means, ladies and gentlemen. So we can say, well, he didn't say it again. He did, he this, he that. Listen here. Listen here. If you think you got a problem with me, let's just go outside and solve the problem, regardless if I say it again or not. So I'm letting you know. So that's my take on it, because I've been in situations where people might assume, take offense on something. For instance, they made the reference to Willie D. Willie D doesn't like being called nigga, or the reference of nigga. So some people will try not to say it. Now, Willie D is not going to get all hype about it and, no, I said, don't say that to me. And he's not going to get like that. He's going to be like, hey, brother, I would respect you that refrain that word. I don't call you that. Don't call me that. So forth and so on. And it's easy to just say, okay, I respect that, OG. But let's go back. Let's go back. That's my whole take on who stood on business, who didn't stood. Now, you don't have to agree. That's my take on it. But now let's go to the real conversation. Let's go to the real conversation. The real conversation. So we're going to have to find out where the point of contention was.
Loud, but you're not saying a lot.
No, you talking loud,
talking loud,
and you still talking around. What did the Caucasian male do to America to bring it down?
I'm not getting into that.
You dancing around it, and that's why I lose respect for you when you start dancing and.
So let's preface it. So at this point, Corey says, and you're kissing the ass of the Caucasian male. You're kissing the white man's ass, and I don't like it. Don't do that around me. That's what Corey says. Anton responds, well, and it's bleeped out, but he says, you're sucking the dick of the black community. If I'm kissing the white man's ass, then you're sucking the dick of the black community.
Kissing Caucasian male's ass.
But I don't.
Don't do that in front of me because I'm not an ass kisser of nobody.
Yes, you are. You suck the black people right now. You doing the easy shit. What you do, let me tell you what you do.
Nah, let me tell you something, homie.
Ain't nobody gonna tell you.
I don't suck.
Yeah,
I don't suck.
Do.
So fix
you doing it right now.
I don't suck.
You doing it right now.
Homie, believe me when I tell you. I don't do that.
Tell you.
I don't do that.
Listen.
So don't come at me with no sucky shit.
I'm gonna give you the same energy you give me.
So I want to go back a little bit because, ladies and gentlemen, and you know, we make fun of a lot of different things. We troll a lot of different things, but you know what I'm gonna do, ladies and gentlemen? I listen. Maybe you're not empathetic. Maybe you're not sympathetic. But when Anton said you're sucking the dick of the black community or of black people right now, Corey just said you kiss ass of white men. And then Anton said, okay, and you suck the dick of the black community. Now, why did Corey assume that Anton was literally saying that you perform fellatio on men? Because Anton didn't assume that he actually kisses the gluteus maximus of Caucasian males. That's not what he assumed. He didn't assume that literal. He assumed it as a euphemism for sucking up, for being a yes man. There's a million words we can describe when we call somebody an ass kiss, a suck up, a brown nose, a dick sucker. We already know what those words mean. So we're not saying that you're literally performing fellatio, but look at Corey's face, ladies and gentlemen. I went back too far.
Your male's ass.
But I don't.
Don't do that in front of me because I'm not an ass kisser of nobody.
Yes, you are. You suck the black people right now. You doing the easy shit. What you do, let me tell you what you do.
Nah, let me tell you something, homie.
Ain't nobody gonna tell you.
I don't suck.
Yeah,
I don't suck.
Do.
So fix that.
You doing it right now.
I don't suck.
You doing it right now.
Homie, believe me when I tell you. I don't do that.
I
don't do that.
Listen.
So don't come at me with no.
So look at Corey's face. Look at his. Now, some people could say he is trying to be serious. Don't sex play me. Don't gay talk me. Don't this and don't that. But here's the thing. Why are you so adamant about you not sucking dick? When I didn't literally or say you actually suck dick. What I said is a reference to how you're sucking up to the community. Yes, I used the word sucking dick. You suck the dick of black people right now, just how you use the frame of me kissing the ass of Caucasian males. So are you saying that I actually kiss their booty? Are you saying that I put my lips on their gluteus maximus? Is that what you meant when you said that I kiss white man's ass? Is that what you meant? Because if that's not what you meant when you said I kiss white man's ass, why do you think I mean that you literally are performing fellatio on the black community or black people when I say you suck the black people's dick then? Why are you actually correlating this to an actual physical event? Why, ladies and gentlemen? Why? I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Now, this is just my speculation. This is just what I believe. But I believe deep down inside, Mr. Corey Holcomb has homosexual tendencies. I believe deep down inside, Mr. Corey Holcomb actually fantasizes about fellatio, and he actually wants to do it, and he's afraid to come out the closet, ladies and gentlemen. And or he could have had a traumatic event. He could have had a traumatic event. I don't know, but you know what could have happened? Because we remember, what's his name? the other comedian, Eddie Murphy, got caught with the transgender, the transvestite in the car. So, and I'm not putting this on Corey, but maybe Corey, and you know, comedians actually mess with a lot of transgenders. Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, it was even reported Kevin Hart. You know, it's reported that a lot of black comedians mess with transgenders. That's like a thing, especially back in like the 70s and 80s. That was a thing in Hollywood in the comedy scene, especially in Los Angeles. So now, and this is just my assumption, but you know what I believe? This is what I believe. I believe Corey messed with a transgender and thought it was a woman, and more than likely the transgender probably didn't want to mess with him because, you know, he was like, hey, I got some different equipment down there, and Corey was liking the transgender because he thought it was a woman. And then finally the transgender said, hey, you know, I got a little pee-pee. I got a pee-pee. You feel me? I got one too. And Corey was already deeply invested. He was liking this transgender. And you know what? However it happened, either maybe he didn't suck it, but I think either he wants to suck it and he thought about sucking it, or maybe he did suck it and he liked it. That's what I think. I'm telling you, and I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but ladies and gentlemen, you know the king is usually never wrong. You know I'm usually never wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I'm like at a 96 percentile with my assumptions. Generally speaking, y'all know when the king of the space Jews give you this information, it's only a matter before time proves me right. Are we correct, ladies and gentlemen? So I wouldn't speculate that somewhere later on down in the line, or maybe, you know what? I'll even go one. I'll do you one better. Because I got a lot of hypotheticals. I'm pretty good at hypotheticals. Maybe it wasn't a transgender. Maybe it was a real woman, but she had a large clitoris, and he was performing. He was going down on her, and I don't even know what the science, the technical definition of what they call that. Damn, I can't even think of what they call that. Cunnilingus, that's what they call it. So maybe he was performing cunnilingus on her, and it was a woman with a large clitoris, and and it felt like, or maybe he got traumatized because it was a big clit and he was licking it, and then the next thing he know, he felt himself sucking the big clit, and he was like, oh shit, it feels like I'm sucking a dick. I don't know. And then maybe he, thought about it and was like, I kind of could do that. I don't know. I don't know, but I'll tell you what, deep down inside, I'm going to tell you, I believe Mr. Corey Holcomb either has sucked a dick and or wants to suck dicks. That's why he got upset when Anton told him that you're sucking the dick of the black community. I will stand on that 10 toes down, ladies and gentlemen. That's my take on it, and this is what I would say. Mr. Corey Holcomb, please come out the closet. If you think you want to perform fellatio, I'm not going to say it's nothing wrong with that, because I believe homosexuality is an abomination. That is what I believe. But we're in a different world. It's a very secular world. You don't have to hide in a closet no more. You will not be ostracized. You will not be victimized because you come out as a black male in 2026 and say, me, Mr. Corey Holcomb, I like to perform fellatio, or I think I would like fellatio performed on me by men, and I would like to return the favor. I'm not going to say it's okay and there's nothing wrong with that, but what I am going to say is, if that's what your heart desires, sir, if that's what your heart desires, stop hiding from your true intentions. Stop hiding from what's really in your heart. You will be a freer person. You will be a free and better person when you really own up to what you know is really in your heart of hearts. And listen, I'm not just a person on the internet. I'm deep in Southern California. When people start getting on the internet and you want to fight me because of the things that I say, listen. I don't mind beating people up. I don't. I really don't. And a lot of you guys on the TV now and the internet and all this stuff, none of y'all are really street dudes. Like, you guys are not street dudes. You know what was really funny in this aspect? Because now that I'm really talking about it, remember when Corey told Anton, if you guys watched the video, the full segment on the 5150 show, Corey told Anton, he said, I could tell you've never been to jail before. And Anton said, yeah, I never been to jail. Why would I go to jail? Then he asked Corey, he said, well, have you ever been to jail? And Corey says, no. So let me get this straight. You could tell I've never been to jail, and you're using that as like that. See, that was some real bitch shit right there. Only a woman does that, right? Oh, you ever worked at Macy's before? No, I ain't never worked. Yeah, I could tell. Well, you ever worked there? No. Well, what the fuck are you saying you could tell about some shit about me that you ain't never fucking did? Like, how did you just, like, how you gonna put that on me? But you're in the same fucking boat as me. You ever made $1 million before? No. I can tell you ain't made $1 million. You ever made $1 million? No. Okay, so what the fuck are we talking about? You ever been to jail? No, I ain't never been to jail. Yeah, I could tell. You ever been to jail? No. So what the fuck are we talking about then, stupid? You're just saying some shit like a bitch does. On God. And motherfuckers don't like when you critique the shit that they say. You listen, why is it you say some words and then I say words about your words and now you want to fight? Again, like a bitch. You know what I do? I slap hoes. I ain't gonna even lie. Not real. See, listen. A hoe is not just a female. You got bitch ass niggas, hoe ass niggas. You got a lot of these Rudy Poo ass niggas who want to act tough and talk tough. In real life, they're homosexuals in their heart of hearts. I will tell you guys the truth. They're homosexuals. That's why Corey is always calling out the backdooria and the gay stuff and all. Listen, Aries Spears is not a street dude. He's not a tough guy whatsoever. That's why Corey Holcomb felt it was okay to sock Aries, to punch Aries, because you know why? He knew Aries wasn't gonna do shit. He knew it, because Aries ain't a fighter type of nigga. That's not the type of nigga he is. And then you know what's gonna happen? Oh, they'll get on the internet and nigga, we'll do this and we'll do that and blah, 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 blah. Okay, whatever, my guy, whatever. It sounds great, you feel me? I'm from Missouri. You gotta show me. You gotta show me. Let me show you something. Nigga, fat meat is greasy and I'll fry it for you. That's real talk. But I'm here just doing reactions. I'm here just using my words. And if you wanna say some words about my words, I'm not gonna say, well, I wanna fight you now because your words about my words. That's some hoe ass shit right there. That's some hoe shit. Now, men, there is a level of disrespect, right? And again, like I use the analogy of the woman. You can say, oh, look at that fine bitch right there, or whatever. Hey, hold on, homeboy, that's my wife, that's my mom, that's my daughter. Oh, my bad, fam, I didn't mean to disrespect. Okay, cool, keep it moving. Simple. That's simple. I don't gotta try to press a line, and nigga, you bet not say it again, and nigga, you bet not, and nigga, you ain't gotta do all that. You ain't gotta do all that. Trust me, because I'm going to tell you now, I would deflate that shit. Nigga, pump your chest down before I deflate it. On God. Listen here, and we'll see. Like, motherfuckers be doing all that tough talk. That's why I don't care about the rhetoric. Listen, I say what I say, and I say it with my chest. I had a dude on Twitter talking about, I said, listen, bro, I will meet you at your gym, at your dojo, and we can box. We could do it for exhibition, however you want to do it. I said, but I'm telling you now, you got to sign this waiver, bro. You got to sign this waiver. I'm not about to meet up with you and beat your ass on some regular shit, because I already know what you're going to do. You're going to go to the authorities. A lot of these niggas be talking that tough shit, but then when we get to the street shit, the first thing they do is do some civilian ass shit and go to the authorities. So which one is it? Make your mind up. And a lot of these dudes do that. I'm trying to tell you who they is. Man, y'all remember the rapper 40 Glock? Now, you may have your qualms with Game, and he's not a real gangster and so forth and so on. That's not the point. But the point is this. When Game and 40 Glock had the fight out there, guess what 40 Glock did? He sued Game. That's what happened. That's what happened. So all these big bad gangsters, you know what happens when you put your hands on them? They go tell the law. That's what they go do. And then they try to take your money. That's what they go do. Trust me, I'm trying to man, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know because y'all don't rub elbows with these people. Listen, none of these dudes is my heroes, but you know the old saying, you never meet your heroes, because then you realize they're fucking regular people. They ain't fucking shit. You realize the drug addicts, the whoremongers, the tricks. I'll tell you a guy, and I'm not going to put him on blast, but ladies and gentlemen, a man you would never think is this way, he flies out mediocre women off of Instagram. Mediocre women. He's a professional athlete, multi-million-dollar athlete, and he's on Instagram. And see, now regular men realize what you got to deal with. Multi-millionaires are in regular girls' DMs. A girl that I wouldn't even talk to, and I'm not even a up there type of nigga, but a woman who's not even on my radar. You got dudes with multi-million dollars in her DMs, flying her out, making her feel special. Trying to tell y'all what the real deal is. Y'all don't know. So you don't want to meet these people. I'm trying to tell you, you don't want to meet these people. And a lot of people who think they want to meet me for the fade, listen, I don't turn down none. But all you internet niggas, y'all gonna have to sign an NDA. I promise you. And y'all gonna have to, because after I boo-bop you, you can't go to the boys and saying, oh, the Choosta did this and he hurt me and he did this and he did that. And most of y'all, now listen, you know I say I don't turn down no fades. Let me clarify. I am 6'6", about 200 pounds, 195, 200 pounds, almost all muscle. I have less than 17%, 15% body fat. I'm probably in the range of about 11 to 13% body fat right now. And that's not even with me working out. I'm 6'5", 6'6". I'm 6'5" and some change with no shoes on. And I know niggas lie about their height. I didn't know that was a thing, but I guess that's a thing. Listen, almost everybody in my family is above 6 foot. The women in my family are above 6 foot. I come from a tall family. We're all tall. I'm 6'6", 195 pounds, almost all muscle. So when you're 5'5", 135 pound ass talking about, nigga, I'll boo-bop you, shut the fuck up, nigga. I will hurt you, stupid. You will get hurt, nigga. You might fuck around and die. Okay, why you think they got weight classes in these different events, stupid? This is why. Because you'll get hurt. But you don't think that like a woman. You think you about to take on a man because you listen to your mama run her mouth all the time. And I could do anything. No, you know what you about to do? Get your ass knocked the fuck out and probably hurt. That's what you about to do. That's what's about to happen. But you can think whatever you want to think. But listen, this is my take. I made this video a lot longer than what I wanted to make it. I didn't need to make it that longer, but I'm telling you, let's get Mr. Corey Holcomb the help he needs. Let's start the petition for Mr. Corey Holcomb to come out the closet. It's okay. It's not okay. But if you want to be a fellatioer, a fellatio doer, I don't know how to say it, but hey, listen here. And you can take it however you need to take it, but I'll tell you this. When you told him he kisses Caucasian male's ass and he didn't take it as in his lips literally go to the gluteus maximus, and he then used the same reference of, well, you're sucking the dick of the black community or of black people, and you took it as in your lips actually have to go onto a penis, that lets me know in your heart of hearts you have some deep, ill-conceited notions about fellatio and homosexuality that you need to deal with, sir. Say what the fuck you want to say, but I tell you what, if you think you really need that, I'm not hard to find. Holla at your boy. As always, ladies and gentlemen, stay positive, stay productive. Remember, local elections are more important than national elections, but dollars are stronger than votes. They won't stop until we stop them. Liberation comes at a cost. Who's willing to pay for it?